Hello there, Aries. Thank you so much for showing up for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of May 13th through the 19th. I have already cleared the deck for your spread, and now I'm just putting the final shuffle on before I put cards down. I just remembered I haven't silenced my phone. Let me take care of that. I would hate to hear Spirit in the Sky totally blasting away suddenly in the middle of me focusing on this reading. So let's start putting down some cards and see what comes up for Aries from May 13th through the 19th. What you guys need to know as I do this reading is that it is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to every single Aries that watches this video. If you find that it doesn't seem to resonate very much for you, first of all, wait and see what the week actually brings. Secondly, also check your rising sign and your sun sign and see if those resonate more. And if you want to have a private reading, it's pretty easy to schedule one of those with me, and I can get you taken care of pretty quickly. You can just reach me at contact information, which is on my website, which is www.amista.info. Once you've contacted me, we can get you scheduled and taken care of pretty quickly. All right, what do we have for Aries? 13th through the 19th. What I'm seeing about your environment, some of you may be having some kind of new partnership for your environment. So this could be somebody signed a new lease, bought a new house. This could be you've got a new job at a new location. This could be if part of your environment is your business, and this can be that you have a new place of business. But there's some kind of new partnership having to do with your environment. For some of you, this could be that you have a new roommate, or maybe if you're leasing property, maybe somebody has bought the property from the old owners, and so now you have some kind of new lease with the new owners. But there's something coming up here about new partnership having to do with your environment. Okay, Aries, next thing I'm looking at is your subconscious leanings. Looks to me like there's something going on where you felt like things were not handled well, and where you were not taken care of in the way that you should have been taken care of, or treated fairly in the way that you should have been treated. It feels to me like you kind of feel like somebody just ran over you roughshod, okay? And so your subconscious is really working on, why did that happen? How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? And really, I think the big thing that I'm picking up for you, Aries, is really trying to sort out mostly why. Why did that happen? I think whatever it was that happened really hits you by surprise, and you're just trying to sort that out. Now, the next thing that I have coming up talks to me about two things during this week: main theme for your learning style and main theme for your communication style. Learning style. Aries, I think that you are finding out information, doing research, learning about things that you're interested in, that you're curious about. That curiosity is what's leading you down the path of learning. For those of you who are taking more formal studies, you're either studying something that you're really interested in, or you're only focusing on the part of those studies that is really interesting to you. But for others of you, for a lot of you, this is going to be more self-directed, new information that you're finding in a more self-directed way, just by paying attention to the things that you really are interested in and want to know more about. As far as communication style, looks to me, Aries, like you are giving somebody a choice this week. And as you're communicating this choice to them, you're being very fired up about the idea that you have to choose. It's one or the other. You have to make up your mind. So for some of you, maybe you're in a situation where you have a partner or a romantic interest that, on one hand, they're like, oh, let's just be friends. You're in the friend zone. And then on the other hand, they're acting like way more than that. And you're saying, figure it out. What do you want to do here? Are we friends? Are we more than that? Pick one. Just pick one. This could also be at work. Maybe they're piling on so many responsibilities on you that it's not realistic to expect you to be able to handle all the responsibilities that they're giving you. So you're saying, okay, I need you to prioritize for me. Which is the most important thing out of all of these for you to have me accomplish? Is it going to be this or is it going to be this? Because something's going to have to hit the back burner here. You have to tell me what's the priority. But you're giving somebody in your life some kind of choice. And the fact that it comes up as a theme for the week, that you're very fired up about somebody having to make this choice, I think that this is going to be something that this other person is not going to be so interested in making a choice. They're going to be interested in having you move forward with both, you know? So if it's the romantic situation I talked about, this person may not come off the fence, or it may take them all week to come off the fence, him or her. If this is, something that's more to do with business, same thing. These people may not want to make a choice. They may just want to push you to do everything. Oh, can't you work 80 hours a week and just get it all done? You know? So the fact that it's a theme means that this is something that's going to be ongoing. All right. The best case scenario in this is that you have different choices that you're bringing up to people every day. So then there's things are being resolved and you're moving on to the next thing. That would be the best case scenario here with this card. Let's see. Yep, we've done learning and communication style. We're done with that card. Let's move on to, this is work. And so for me, work is two things. It's actually how you make a living, and it also talks about those things that we do to improve our own inner character. So when we look at how you make a living, it looks to me like there is a situation with work that you have thought, maybe I just want to get out of this. I don't see you getting out of this. I see you continuing forward and continuing that work, continuing at that job. So not getting out, just deciding, you know what, I'll continue forward, and kind of continuing forward sort of as a act of faith, in the hopes that things will get better or that things will turn into what you want them to be if you keep moving forward with this job. Hey there, Christelle, glad to see you too, my dear. How are you? Okay, so inner work, what we have going on here. I really think a lot of you Aries are working your way through the fog. You're working your way through the veil. They say the veil is thinner at certain times than others. Right now, the veil is not looking like it's that thin for you. And so there's the practice going on with using those intuitive abilities or those psychic abilities or with following that gut instinct. Practice with really learning how to listen, how to pay attention to what's going on there so that you can follow. You have to be able to hear the message before you can follow the message. So I see you guys really tuning in and paying attention to hear the message, practicing that. That's the inner work that you're focused on for this week. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I know you're in Aries too, so you may as well just hang out and listen to the forecast live if you want. I'm going to try to work till like 1. Not that this will take till 1. All right, so let's see. Next thing that I have coming up talks to me about that part of your personality which is being grown or expanded during the week. What we've got coming up is that there is some adversity coming in during the week, and so where you're growing or expanding is in how flexible you can be in handling that adversity. How much can you sort of twist it and flip it and make it into something good? How good are you at taking lemons and making lemonade? That's where you're being stretched this week into taking things that may not at first glance seem so hot and turning them into opportunities and working them out for yourself. Okay, next thing we're looking at talks to me about those things that you stand for. You guys have an interesting card coming up here. And this is a card that's actually influenced by Mars. So you could stand up for whatever this is in a very aggressive or assertive way. So let's see. It looks like there's somebody, is this you or somebody else? Okay, so Aries, it looks like there's some confusion around some kind of decision that you're trying to make, and you're having a really hard time, putting that final nail in the coffin as far as which way you want to go with this decision. And so I think as you're going through this process, somebody's giving you a hard time. Hey, why is this so hard? You're not playing chess here. You don't get 20,000 minutes just to decide which move you're going to make. Let's figure it out already. Come on. And you're having to tell them, hey, step off the curb. This is a big deal. I'll figure it out in my own time. Okay? Bonnie Snow, hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. Okay, so next thing that I'm looking at talks to me about how other people perceive you, Aries. Right now, people are seeing you as somebody who has a goal, has a target, has a dream. I've got a dream. You've got a dream, but they don't see you as being close to getting it yet. They do know that you have supernatural on your side, but they're seeing you as at the beginning of making this dream come true. So, not ready to manifest yet, but they are seeing you making progress towards reaching whatever that dream is. Alrighty, so next thing we have coming up is the lesson or experience of the week. This is sort of where energies start to change and start to pivot if they do for the week. Lesson or experience is that there is a creative collaboration coming out during your week. And as you are collaborating with someone, it feels like things are going really well, nice and solidly, actually. And I think that you're really enjoying this collaboration. The reason I think you're really enjoying this collaboration is we've got a couple other things going on as you're doing this. One is that we've got a reunion card showing up here, which tells me that this collaboration is a collaboration with somebody that you have collaborated with before, whether it's work, whether it's personal, whatever. This is not someone that you've never worked with before. So you guys kind of know the ropes of each other. You're not learning how to make each other happy. You sort of know what makes each other tick whenever you're working together. So that is a very positive card. The other thing that comes up that tells me that you're happy in this collaboration is I have my total Zen card. You guys are in a really Zen place when you're working on this collaboration. You've found your peace. You found your sense of authority. You found your strength. And you're putting it all into place in a very stable way. It's like whoever you're working with, you know, they have these strengths, you have these strengths. You guys are coming together and doing really, really well together. You guys are complementing each other and bringing whatever this is together in a really great way. And then the final card of the week talks about the last thing that's happening as you're making this collaboration happen. And I think there are new ideas coming up for new collaborations. These are not things that you're actually acting on yet or moving forward with yet, but these are things that you're talking about with the other person and maybe with other people outside of the collaborative unit as well. About, you know, maybe we could do da 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 da, or maybe we could pull off this once we get done with this. So, new ideas coming up about things that you can do together with this person yet again in the future. This has a very positive feel to it, all this collaboration. So very happy to see all that for you. All right, so thank you, Aries, for hanging out with me. I don't see anybody has written any questions here in the chat, so I guess I don't need to be answering any questions for y'all. And I do appreciate you being here. If you guys would like to book a private reading, you know how to do that. And same thing, if you want a Reiki session, y'all know how to book that. You can check out my website. The address is below in the description box. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Peace out.